live. Hello, hello. Is anybody in here? Hey, Julia. How's it going? How you doing? Hey, CPO. Hey, Jason. Everybody good? Hey, Carrie. Hey, Pat. How's everybody today? Good, Julia. Good, good. With all the crazy crap in the world, being good's a good thing. Sorry, guys. It's so hard for me to, like, look up there at the camera and then look down here at what y'all are saying. So that's why I'm primarily looking down. Yikes, what is that? Okay. Oh, there's a girl I watch on YouTube live. Some girls going live too. Woohoo! Alright, y'all, what do y'all want to talk about tonight? I was thinking maybe, like, what do y'all think about this Suzanne Morphew case? Any ideas? Jason, funny. Oh, Carrie, really? Yeah, you know, I have I have been feeling that way a lot lately. But I usually get this. I know when I get it, and I know, you know, yeah, I pretty much know that whenever I get that feeling, something bad is going to happen. It's generally, like, not necessarily personally with me. It's more of like a societal thing. So, like, when the Paul's nightclub shootings happened, when the Paris shootings happened, like, I get that feeling, and then something like that happens. And so, unfortunately, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, Julia, the most recent one? No. Um, Gosh, Pulse was quite a while ago, and then Paris happened after that. Yeah. Oh, Carrie, you're talking about Suzanne Morphew? Did she seriously? Was she really keeping track of her bike ride? The heck is that all about? That's kind of creepy. Oh, okay, Carrie, I gotcha. You did that too, yeah. Yeah, you know, I had it really, really bad. It started in, middle March, and I still have it. Like, I'm just waiting for, unfortunately, and I hate to say that because that sounds so bad, but I'm literally just waiting for something bad to happen, like something big, you know? I hate it. I've had, like, horrible vertigo, like, the past week. I've had horrible nightmares at night. Like, something's not right. I'm not sure what it pertains to, but it's just, I don't know, but it scares me when I get it because it's always something, like, disastrous, you know? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I talked to another friend of mine. She's a sensitive, and she was saying like she's had this feeling for a while too, and and I can relate. It just like builds up, Tamika, I haven't seen you in forever on here. Hey girl, how's it going? Yeah, Carrie, exactly. Jason, you can relate. Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you. I mean, yeah, with the way this country is right now, I don't know. I don't know if it has to do with just the unrest as far as the Black Lives Matter movement, what's going on there, or if it has to do with this like virus. I just wish I could figure out what it is, because it's really scaring me. I mean, it's really, when I start having nightmares every night, I have very vivid dreams, but I remember those dreams because they're usually like real in some mode. But when I have like just flat out nightmares for days on end, I always know something bad's going to happen, because I can never remember what I've dreamt, but I know it's bad. I wake up and I can feel it. Oh, I look blurry? CPO? Huh. Well, hubby, where are you? Oh no, Tamika. No, I was just talking about like myself and Carrie and then Jason. Some other people were saying like we feel like something bad's about to happen. I've had it for a while now, and like I said, I don't know if it has to do with Black Lives Matter movement, or if it's COVID, or if it's totally unrelated. Like a horrible disaster. I get it a lot. Hurricanes happen, earthquakes, unfortunately, stuff like that too. So
you look good.
Okay, so hubby's saying that. Yeah, no, it is blurry. I can see it. On here, it's blurry. I can see it. Yeah, CPO said, and Julia said too.
Maybe I need new glasses.
Maybe you do need new glasses. Oh, Tamika, I feel you. It is hard, isn't it? Yeah, it's such a like confused period of time in life. You know what I mean? I don't know how. It's hard to put into words, but oh, great, my voice is scratchy. Well, hey, if y'all were here last week, I sounded like a man with a really, really deep voice, so it's a lot better now. But you want to hear the weird thing, okay? So when my husband was trying to figure out about my voice being so manly and so deep, it was the weirdest thing. His voice was fine. He sounded like himself, but I sounded like a dude with a really deep voice. So I don't know what it was, unless it had something to do with a spirit or something. I don't know. It was bizarre. I don't know.
The focus should be a lot better now.
Okay, he's saying the focus should be a lot better. I know it looks a lot clearer on my screen. Y'all, in focus now looks good. Thanks, CPO. Thanks, hubby. Okay. Sorry, Pat. I don't know what it is with the voice thing. Like I said, my husband's voice was fine, and it was just fine. I don't know if it's something out of this world messing with my voice. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. Oh, Jason. Okay, yeah. No worries. You can email me. So my email address is victoriapaxton.psychic@gmail.com. Just go ahead and email me. It's fine. I give my email out. I have no problem with people emailing. I've had people, this week that have needed questions answered and stuff, and I've been able to fit them in because, unfortunately, I've been down with this stupid vertigo all week, but knock on wood. I don't think this desk is wood. The vertigo is a lot better now. It was to the point to where I was just so nauseous. It was bad. The whole room was spinning. It was out of control. It was horrible. Jason, you tried. Okay, when did you send it? Because I've been checking my email. Try again. It's Victoria. Sorry, I was reading something. VictoriaPaxton.psychic@gmail.com. Here, I'll type it in here. There you go. 2 weeks ago. Oh, yikes. Yeah, definitely resend it. Because had I gotten it from you, I would have replied. Oh, thanks, Pat. Belskra. Am I saying that right? Belskra? Sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. You know, I didn't realize how bad I am at butchering names until I started doing YouTube videos. Hey, Spee, hey, girl, what's up? But yeah, I mean, Tamika, you know, I think I kind of shot you down. I changed the subject, sorry, honey. Yeah, it's really hard nowadays, right? And, you know, it used to be years ago for me, if, you know, like a natural disaster was coming or something, I didn't really feel it like I do now, you know? But the unfortunate thing now is I don't know if it's a natural disaster that's about to happen, if it's a violent incident like a shooting, or I can't distinguish. I know I just get that feeling and I start having nightmares, and you know, it's just like this build up and I can just feel it, you know. And I can say since the second week of March I've been waiting for something bad to happen. Fortunately, it hasn't happened yet, but unfortunately, it's only a matter of time. You know, it's inevitable. Oh, thanks, Belskra. Yeah, Meek, I feel you on that. I mean, especially nowadays, it's so hard. And I don't know if it's just me or if everyone has this, but lately it's like everything is like exacerbated. Like everything's like a lot heavier than it used to be. For example, we had went to Walmart to pick up groceries. I don't know, it was one of the days when my vertigo wasn't that bad. And I was like, okay, I feel okay. I need to get groceries. Let's go. Let's do this. And so I'm going along, and you know how now they have the arrows on the ground in the stores telling you, you know, go this way, do not enter, come this way. Well, so of course, I'm like abiding by that because that's just kind of how I am. And everybody else is like coming towards me, and I'm like, oh, excuse me, you know, because the social distancing thing, right? And I got my mask on, and so, you know, I'm not in a position in life to get sick. Like, if I get corona, like, I could die. You know, I have a lot of health issues, you know, so I'm like, give me my space, people. So anyway, I'm walking along, and this lady's coming towards me, and then I guess her boyfriend comes around the corner and comes running up, and my husband was down another aisle getting something for me. And literally, as she's coming towards me, I literally felt like a tornado, like about to come at me full force and knock me down. I don't know how else to explain it, but it was like she had such negative energy. I don't know how to explain it. And it was just, I mean, it only happened for a split second, but it was, everything's just so much stronger now for me. And I don't know if that's everybody or, you know, and maybe it's just, excuse me, maybe it's just because of everything that's going on today. You know, it's just, there's just so much going on. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Oh, okay, you're in Utah. Yeah, I feel you. Carrie, that's the perfect way to say it. It's so true. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree. Yeah, see, Tamika, I know, I feel that. Like, it's just so much more intense, you know? Well, Scrap, I don't know. Yeah, I have seizure disorder. I've had 9 brain surgeries. I have a bunch of like neurological issues, but then I also have other stuff like diabetes and heart stuff going on. So I don't know if the vertigo, because I was talking to a girl, Angie, and she was saying that her vertigo, like it hasn't been bad in a while, but the last couple times it's been like really bad. She's been using her gifts a lot more. So I don't know if, because y'all, I'm like nonstop busy, you know, I'm doing readings or I'm returning emails or, you know, so I'm nonstop using my abilities all the time, you know. So, and it used to be, if I had a case that would come up, if somebody called me and said, hey, I need help, you know, I would help on cases, but I was never like, you know, 365 days a week, like non-stop using my gifts. So this is really, other than just normally using it, like I said, if I'm walking through a store and I get somebody's negative vibes or whatever. But yeah, so I don't know if the vertigo has to do with that. I don't know, but look, me and the vertigo are going to have a divorce here soon. Okay? So it's just going to have to leave, walk out of my life, and not come back. Because I'm seriously ready just to divorce it at this point, and I'm not dealing with it ever again. I had to get a divorce with Krispy Kreme donuts, right? I can't do Krispy Kreme donuts anymore, because if I do, I'll be on my 600-pound life, and that truly, I like being in the background. Believe it or not, yeah, I'm coming on here and I do videos, but I'm the type of person that I like to be in the background. So whenever I've worked on cases, whether it be a cold case or missing persons case, I always tell the people, I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be in the foreground of anything. I don't want my name mentioned. I just want to stay in the background. You know what I mean? So, anyway, so I had to divorce Krispy Kreme donuts. And I think I'm going to have to divorce vertigo as well, because we're just not simpatico anymore. You know? Okay, let's see. Sorry, guys, I'm like so slow with keeping up with this. Yeah. Oh, no, you have fibromyalgia too, Belska. I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia, but I really think it was a misdiagnosis, because I don't suffer from like all the pain and issues that people that I know that have it have, you know. I have more of the ACM part of the neurological end of things with the brain stuff, so I deal with that. I have issues from that more so than fibromyalgia. I don't know what kind of, I don't know, Julia. I don't know if it's, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if it's like civil unrest because of tearing the statues down and all this stuff going on. I don't know if it's that end of things. I don't know if it's weather related. I don't know. I just feel it. I know it's coming. I can feel it. It's like, and like I said, the past 3 nights I've had like nasty, nasty bad dreams. And that's kind of always a sign too. When I don't remember my dreams, but I know that they were nasty dreams, that's kind of like a sign too that as the days go on, that it's just building. Something in me is building, and then, yeah, I don't know. Jason, yeah. I'm busy. Valskra, it takes a lot. I'm sure anybody else on here that has a Carrie, Tamika, like, I mean, it takes a lot of, you know, like a lot of the mental and emotional aspect of things to like when you're trying to increase your gifts, you know. Yeah, it's kind of tough. Oh, CPO, yeah. Yeah. I can communicate with some pets. It's kind of weird. I don't know. There's no rhyme or reason to it. I'll give you an example. We had gone to this venue to watch horse races. This was like, I don't know, back in the good old days when we were able to go out and do stuff. So like a year ago or something. And so I, you know, bet like $2 on win, place, and show. You know, big spender here. Like I don't spend a lot of money when we go to the horse races and the casinos. I love going, but I'm just not a big spender. But anyway, so the horse that won I was rooting for, right? And he came back around and they put him in the winner's circle. And I could actually hear what he was saying. It was the most bizarre thing, and it caught me off guard. Because when I first heard the voice, I was like, who was that? Right? And I forget what he said, but he said something specific to winning. And I looked over at the stupid horse. The freaking horse was looking right at me. And I was like, oh my God, that's too weird. Because I don't remember ever communicating with a horse before. It was bizarre. And then I was actually here in my office the other day, and I don't know, my husband was showing me how to do something. So he's like kind of leaning over my shoulder, and I saw, so my dog was right at my feet. You know, she's like a little 10-pound min pin. She was at my feet, the cat was out in the hallway, and I knew this because I had just seen the cat. And then my dog looks up and looks to her left, and I saw an animal fly by, right? Excuse me, I was like, oh my gosh. So apparently, I think it was my dog Sammy who had passed away like a few years ago. So, I mean, that's not a case where I communicated with, but yeah, but I could communicate with certain animals. It's just bizarre. Like, there's no rhyme or reason to who I can and can't communicate with when it comes to pets. I don't know. It's just weird. I'm weird though, so you know, hey. Yeah, Virgo, Cindy, whew, girl. But it has been, I am grateful. It's been like, it's calmed down a lot because it was really bad there for a while. And I called my doctor, and my doctor called me in some medication, and I'm sure the medication helped. I hate taking medicine though, because I take so much of it for all my other issues. But yeah, so I'm sure it did help, like tremendously, but it was still bad. Like, you know, the bed spins, and I mean, it was just horrible. It's just been like, yeah, Carrie. See, I know a couple people that have fibro, and they really struggle with it. Definitely, Darlene. And I do. I actually just ordered myself a couple of things. I ordered some more crystals and just some things that, you know, for my peace of mind. I ordered some sage candles, and I have plenty of sage, but I like the sage candles. So I did order a bunch of stuff. Sorry guys, gotta drink my sugar-free tea. Oh, Tylene JJ. Oh my God. Don't even get me started. I mean, I felt horrible, you know, when I did that reading. And I don't know, I knew they were buried on somebody's property. And it was somebody in the family. And then I just felt like it was that idiot Chad, you know. But it was horrible to find out, like, what those people did to those poor kids. Like, I you know, don't even get me started on that. I wish I could have time with Lori. You know, Chad, he's a wackadoo. He wasn't related to those kids. He didn't know those kids. You know, so as big of a piece of crap as he is, I think a lot of my anger is more towards Lori. Like, those were your children. You gave birth to Tylee and you adopted JJ, you know, and it just, yeah, it just makes me so angry. Like, I really wish I could wipe the smirk right off of her face. I'm not a violent person. Now, do I picture myself harming people when they piss me off? Oh yeah, all the time. You know, but it's not anything I would ever act on. I jokingly in my head picture myself like punching somebody, and then I kind of laugh to myself because I crack myself up on a regular basis, and then I move on, right? But with her, I don't know. I think if I were given 5 minutes with Lori, I sure would try to wipe that smirk off her face, I'll tell you. That's so weird, Tamika. Wow, I just ordered that today. Today, when I ordered all the other stuff, I just ordered some today. I ordered a big pack of it. How weird is that? Yeah, it's awesome stuff, but I completely understand. I feel so bad, so often because I'm just drained, And I feel bad, like, I feel like my husband's having to, like, you know, pull, pull the extra weight, you know what I mean? But it does exhaust you. And like I said, mine has just gotten more and more powerful. It's almost like, I think it was Angie that said, you have to, your gifts, you have to use them, it's like a muscle, you have to use it, it's the muscle memory. And I feel like the more you do use it, the stronger it gets and the more intense it becomes. And therefore, the more exhausted, it wipes me out. It does a lot. I feel you, Carrie. Let me tell you, I have paralysis a lot of times from my neurological disease. And I don't know, it was a while ago, but I have a handicap sticker. And I don't take advantage of the handicap parking spots. I'm the type of person that if I'm doing okay that day and I pull up and there's 2 handicap spots, I'm going to park somewhere else, right? I grew up with 2 parents that had polio, and mom and daddy were on crutches and had braces on their legs their whole life until the end when they were in wheelchairs. And, back in the day, like, it was horrible. There wasn't any such thing as handicap parking spots, and so I don't abuse the privilege, right? So I was having a really bad day, with walking and functioning. So, I pull up, there's like 5 handicap spots. So I took one of them and I get out and this lady pulls up, like physically pulls her car right up to me as I'm standing there about to walk across the street. And she's like, "You don't look handicapped." She was like, "Being fat is not a handicap." And then she rolls her window up and takes off. I said, "Oh, lady." It blew me away. But I've had, she's not the only one. I've had many people say something to me about parking and handicap through the years. And it's like, you know what? You don't know me, And so when they act like that, yeah. But I get you, Carrie. I have a lot of people in years past who said the same thing to me. You know what? There's nothing wrong with you. Look at you, And okay, yeah, maybe I look okay today. But did you see me yesterday? Did you see me when my leg wouldn't move 5 minutes ago? When I was like pulling it, dragging it behind me. I cracked myself up. I'm sorry. Sorry. Sure, Jason, go for it. But definitely like email me, Yeah, hopefully she will. I hope she does because there are just no words for Lori. Yeah. Oh, you have rheumatoid arthritis. That sucks. Ugh. I know that's painful. My niece has that, and that sucks. Hey, Jamie, what's up? Yes, they are, Pat. They definitely are. So, what does everybody think about Suzanne Morphew? What's school of thought? Like, are you thinking she's alive or she's gone? Do you think Barry had anything to do with it? What do you think? Oh, Jamie, geez. Well, I'm glad it's in remission. What is C-dip? I don't know what that C-dip. I don't know what that stands for. Very true, darling. That's $1 million question, Julia. Why are people mean? Mean people suck. They do. Thanks, Kat. Although I wish I weren't known for that. You know, that's horrible. Hey, Leah. Right, Gary. Yeah, she didn't hide it in any way, shape, or form. I think you're right, Leah. From the beginning, I felt like he was involved, and I hope I'm wrong, you know, but it's horrible. Barry's moving again? What do you mean, like physically moving? I live a very pink life. I like your name, that's cool. Ah, what happened? Sorry guys, just had a glitch. Yeah. Hey Tina. Okay, let me read this. Why do I have very, very scary dreams of my wife that passed away? I'm remarried now. The dreams I have, she's always screaming. Hmm. I don't know, Jason. Email me. Email me so we can talk about it. Yeah, I definitely want to talk to you about it. Hey, Missy. Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your cousin. I really am. That's got to be horrible. Yeah, Belska. It's. I can't shake the feeling that he had something to do with it. He was somehow involved. I don't know how, but he was definitely involved. I haven't gotten a lot on it though. Like generally, I get quite a bit of information, but I haven't gotten a lot on it. Jamie, I saw that. I saw that. And you know what? I don't think he had anything to do with it. I don't think he had anything to do with it. I still stand by they were American. I'll still stand by that. Ah, CPO. That's so funny. I just recorded a reading I did with Dawn. So I'm not going to talk about Carol Baskin's disappeared husband. You'll have to wait till you see the video. But yeah, talk about Tiger King, man. Shoo! That, just watching it gave me a headache. There was so much crap involved. Yeah, it keeps happening. Like occasionally it says I have it says stream is healthy and then it'll bloop on and off. I don't know what it is. Yeah. Yeah, Leah, I agree. I mean, I think it's been going on, but I just, for whatever reason, it's just, I'm telling you, there's something going on in the universe. There are just so many psychotic people crawling out from under the woodwork. Like, I don't know. It's been bad. So I have Carol's husband, Don. I think his last name was Lewis, right? I have Prince. I have Janis Joplin. Who else? Mike Cornell. Let me see. I'll actually look and tell you. So these aren't going to be like in any particular order, but Madison Scott, the Dyatlov Pass, the 9 people, the Skelton Brothers, those 3 little adorable little boys, Skylar Neese, Amy Lynn Bradley, Nora Purin, Haley Cummings, Janice Pocket, Janis Joplin, John Lewis, Chris Cornell, Prince. I have all those coming up. I think that's it. I don't think I have any other ones right now, but yeah. Missy, I would love to help. I don't know what I can do, but I would love to help. I feel horrible. I feel horrible for you and your family. I mean, that sucks. And apparently there are two people floating around that know exactly what happened, and that's the worst part about it, because they're out there floating around knowing what happened. Thanks, Leah. Yeah. Who was American? Pat, what are you referring to? Oh, I'm sorry, Pat. Okay, thanks, Leah. Yeah, the Madeline McCann case. I don't think it was this German guy. Now, that's not to say that I don't think that German guy is a great law-abiding citizen either, but I don't think he had anything to do with her. Yeah, darling. Jamie, really, you know what? I had a bunch of comments and I had some emails even about Carly Geiss's dad and stepmom. They just pissed me off. I just, I have no, I don't think I could ever find any compassion for someone that blatantly kills their own child. I just, I mean, I don't know. I deal with this a lot. And, when you sat across from a set of parents and, they wanted to know step by step what happened to their son. And, I had to pause and say, I don't think you really want to know everything, and they were like, oh no, we want to know. It's horrible when you have to do that, when you have to sit there as a mom myself and look eye to eye with another mom and tell her what happened to their child, when it was like this horrible, horrible thing. And then you have these stupid parents out there that kill their own kids and then get away with it. I don't have any kind of compassion for people. Yeah, Carly's parents, I mean, she does deserve justice, and I hope that she somehow gets that. Because, yeah, it's just horrible. Oh, the biological mom thinks they were involved. Well, I will say this though, I don't know a lot about the case other than what I get and a little bit of research I do afterwards, but the biological mom really wasn't that much involved in her life, apparently, based on what she was saying. But not that matters. I mean, don't get me wrong, that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? I mean, what matters is that her child was murdered by, the child's father and stepmother. And, yeah, Haley Cummings case, yeah. Ugh. Tamika. Aw, thanks, Leah. I'll tell you all, I said this last week when I went live, but, excuse me. Prince, y'all, I blushed when I did the reading with him. He makes you blush. I never was fortunate enough to meet him when he was alive, right? But when he speaks to you, it's like you're in a room with 10 million people and he zooms right in on you. And you're the only thing that matters. At that moment in time, you're the only thing that matters. You know what it's like? It's like when you first meet your partner, your significant other, and you feel like it's just you and that person and nobody else exists and you couldn't care less who's around because you're just so giddy and so happy. That's what Prince does. Look, if I were a lesbian woman, I would still say this about Prince. Like, yeah, I don't know what it is, but he just like exudes like sexual energy or something. Even in death, he's like that, y'all. I know, Pat. I hope they catch someone too, but. And poor Gannon. Oh, poor little Gannon. Don't get me started on that whole case. I hope that psycho. Oh, she better get locked underneath the prison. Because if she doesn't, she's going to end up killing other people. She's crazy. Aw, thanks, Jamie. Yeah, Darlene, something happened. Something, you know. Yeah. Oh, Pat, honey, don't feel bad. Let me tell you. My husband will say, oh, I just got done working on that one case because he, like, edits my videos, right? Because I'm, like, illiterate when it comes to computers and crap like that. So they'll say, oh, I just got done doing that case about so-and-so. And I'll be like, who is that? And I hate to say that, but I explained this before. It's like a defense mechanism. Like, I can only remember so many things about each case, and I think there's a reason for that, because I think if I remembered every single minute thing, I think it would just eat me up. You know, I think emotionally I would lose it, you know. Okay, I'm missing everybody here. Hold on, y'all. The Fort Hood incident. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't gotten a lot about her. What's her last name? Oh God, I feel bad. Is it Vanessa Gielan? I probably said that wrong, but I haven't gotten a lot yet about her. But I haven't really tried, you know. So yeah. Hey, Festus. I don't know. I was saying at the beginning. Excuse me, my hubby was trying to figure out what was wrong, and it was the weirdest thing. He was in here speaking in the same microphone, and his voice was completely normal. I was speaking into it, and I sounded like a dude with a really deep voice, you know? I was like, what in the heck? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's crazy. Yes, Pat, Prince did have it. Whatever it was, he definitely had it. And he still continues to have it, girl. He still has it. I'm not kidding you. I was connecting with him and I was blushing. I could feel my face was beet red. He was probably like, man, what's wrong with this girl? I know that's what he was saying, you know. That, of course, was my best Prince impersonation, which really sucked. But, you know, hey. Tamika, yeah, see? See you, girl, see? Everybody would fall for him. Like, he was, what did they say back in the 80s? He was a little panty dropper. That's what he was. Oh, my gosh. Oh, he was just too much, though. I am not kidding you. Like, my face was, like, beet red. He just, and, like, I was stumbling, trying to communicate with them. That actually would have been a good one if I had my husband recording me actually connecting with him, and had I have known, I would have, because I was like, I couldn't speak properly, I was stumbling over my words, and then I would ask him a question, and he would ask me what the question was again, and I'd be like, I don't remember. Oh my God. It was bad, y'all, it was bad. It was real bad. Oh yeah, I wanted to say something today. I had somebody email me and show. Oh my gosh, I can hear my voice. in my husband's phone, and my voice is still deep. It is still deep.
I don't know what to say.
I did sound like a 6'2", 300-pound man, but now I sound like a 6-foot tall,
I have to say,
250-pound man.
Wait a minute. I have to say that you don't get starstruck. And then
I know.
Did you forget about him coming back to you during one of these sessions?
No, I didn't. But so my husband was saying, like, I don't get starstruck, and I don't. But with Prince, I don't know. Okay, wait. I want to finish saying what I was talking about, but thanks, Jason. Oh, thank you, Pat. Y'all are so sweet. You're so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, I agree, Jamie. It is sad. You know, there are so many people that are in prison that aren't going to get out. Like, they're going to die in prison for something they didn't do. There are unfortunately so many people stuck in that predicament. I feel bad. Hey, Raw, what's up? Hey, Jamie. Oh, thanks, Princess Leia. I like your little username, Princess Leia's Buns. I'll definitely have some room in my mind, Pat, for him anytime. You know what's so bizarre, Festus? I never saw that comment. I went back and watched it and could not find your comment, right? But I had a lady contact me on my Instagram. So it was probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 months ago. I don't know. I lose track of time. But anyway, I know about that little girl. Somebody else had told me about her. This is so sad. Like, I did hear about the little Amish girl. You want to hear? Here's the bizarre thing. So, my cousin is friends with her aunt. Yeah. So my cousin's friends with Linda Stoltzfus' aunt. I actually have like Mennonites in my family, the Indiana side. So I did hear about that. I was trying to see if I could get anything. Gosh, you know, I hope I'm wrong. I'm not really giving 100%, but I just don't feel like things are going to turn out good for this little girl, Linda. And I could be wrong because I'm not giving 100%. When I connect, let me explain that, okay? So I've had people email me and ask me. So most psychic mediums, they say they channel people. I never was much for that term. First of all, you'll learn about me. I don't like labels and titles and stuff. I'm not, you know what I mean? Like, I'll say, okay, I'm a psychic medium, whatever, but I'm not a person that really likes to put labels on things for myself. And I know most psychic mediums channel people. I just never liked that term because for me, if I'm taking time and I'm reaching out to communicate with someone that's crossed over, that's passed, to me, I think in my personal beliefs and my personal opinion, When I say I connect with someone, in my view, so first of all, being able to connect with the spirit, with the person that's crossed, that's a huge thing. Okay. Um, like I hold people that have crossed over, especially these spirits that have been through being murdered and all these horrible things they've gone through. So for me to be able to connect with them and to be able to communicate with them is a huge thing. Like I don't take that lightly. Um, that's a huge deal. So for me, channeling just wasn't good enough. Um, so I've always said that I connect with someone because in my personal belief system, in my personal opinion, so if I meet you on the street, excuse me, and you come up and you talk to me, I'm going to give you 100% of myself. So I'm going to zone in, I'm going to look you straight in the eye, and I'm going to give you 100% of my time, energy, and effort to listen to you because I owe you that. From one human to another, I owe you that, right? So when someone's gone through hell and back and they've crossed over, for me to be able to communicate with them, that's like the ultimate. That means so much to me. In my heart, that means everything. So channeling somebody just didn't seem good enough in my personal opinion. I've always said I connected with them because I feel like in order to communicate with someone that's crossed over, like I have to give them my all. They're giving me their time. So I just feel like when I say I connect with them, I really mean I connect with them. Like I give them my time and energy, because I owe them that. That's the least I can do for them, especially if they're trying to tell me their story. They've been through hell and they're trying to tell me their story and I owe them that. You know what I mean? And I'm sure you would feel the same way if you were in my shoes. You know what I mean? Like I owe them that. So I don't know. Sorry, that's just me rambling, but that's why I don't say that I channel, the person. I feel like I connect with them. We become, two people together communicating. And I don't know, that's just my personal, I don't know. Look, that's just my personal belief system, but yes. So that's all I got to say on that. Yeah, stepmoms do get a bad rap, Pat. You're so right. Hey, Snoopy Mom. Ooh, Snoopy Mom times 6. Hey! It's hard when you want a baby with all your soul and with a small street. Yeah. I completely agree with you, Leah. My husband and I were very blessed. I had my son. He was healthy. I was very fortunate. And then I wasn't able to have any more children. And the only thing I ever wanted to be in my life was a mom. So my husband and I had an opportunity that was put to us. This lady was going to prison and, excuse me, she asked us if we would take her kids. And so overnight we went from being a family of 3, we had an 18-month-old baby, to a family of 5 with a 18-month-old, a 4-year-old, and a 10-year-old. But I wouldn't change it for the world. Like, I was very blessed. I don't know what I would have done without any of those kids in my life. Oh, thank you, Princess Leia's buns. Oh, you're a software engineer. Okay. Yeah, you get along with my hubby. He's like the technical guy. Aww. Aww, Festus. Aww. Festus with your doggy. Aww. Aww. Okay, let's see. Aww. Thanks, Mika. That's awesome. Thank you. Gosh, man, that means everything to me. Like, I have no idea. Oh, thanks, Jason. Thank you. Yeah, I just, excuse me, I have seen so many people in this world that claim to have the same gifts I have, but they either just take it for granted, or they don't really have it to the point that they say they have it. But look, I'm not here to judge other people, right? I got enough crap in my own life. I don't want to judge anybody else. But if you're going to put yourself out there, I feel like you need to be genuine. And part of being genuine is understanding that as psychic mediums, what we do. I mean, think of it this way. Like, I've had spirits that I've connected with that have said that they've had so much to say, but nobody was able to hear them. And this particular spirit she was somebody's mom, and I mean, I literally bawled when I heard that. Like, I just broke down in tears and bawled. And a lot of readings like this that I do for YouTube, I want people to understand that I'm not just doing it to put a video out on YouTube. I'm doing it to show people that, hey, this person was murdered. This person was a human, they were somebody's child, and now they're gone. And I kind of feel like by doing these videos, like, I can kind of help tell a little bit of their story. And I mean, I would like to think that at some point, maybe I've given one of these spirits some relief, I mean, I hope that makes sense, but I just feel like, this should never be taken for granted, because there are so many people out there that wish they could do this, so I don't know. I know I'm just rambling on, but I just feel like, these people deserve to be heard. The people that have passed, they deserve to be heard. Ah, Phoebe, wow. I hope they do get peace soon. I feel horrible for his family. I do. I kind of hope that maybe he'll connect with me again, and maybe I'll be able to get a little bit more information from him. I'm talking about Joe Pickler. Yeah. Yeah, I hope they are able to find peace. I mean, but you know what? I've dealt with so many families that it's hard, y'all. It's hard. That's funny, Leah. What do I think I look like when spirits see me? Are you older or younger? Well, of course, I hope that I look about 50 pounds slimmer. I hope that all these little bags right here are gone, little crow's feet right here, and all the wrinkles right along here, and double chins, or double chins. No. I crack myself up. I'm so funny sometimes. Look, I'm like a party one over here, y'all. But no, I actually, believe it or not, years ago, I asked, I connected with a spirit, and I asked her, and she basically described me just as I am now. So, yeah, that's a good question, though, Leah. But yeah, she described me just like I am, my double chins and all, my wrinkles and all my glory. It's me, baby. Take it or leave it. Excuse me. Oh, Snoopy Mom. The Keepers. I actually watched that. I was looking, my husband was out of town for work, and I was bored, and I ended up watching that. Yeah, I'd actually love to connect with them. I'll have to add them to my list, because that would be a really good one. Definitely. Julia, let's see. Can you tell if people are a good soul just by coming into contact with them? I can. It's kind of like I can feel it. I don't know how to explain it. Ah, sorry guys, just bloopered again. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but I can just feel it. Like Charles Manson, Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, had I have connected with horrible people like that years ago, I may have fallen for like Jeffrey Epstein's BS. I might have fallen for it. Because actually the first time I connected with Jeffrey Epstein, I thought, oh, well, okay, and he just, I mean, how you are in life is how you are in death. Okay. And he just is just such a piece of, oof. But yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but I can just feel it. And I think, years of experience helps that. You know what I mean? Wait, I'm getting behind. Y'all, I gotta catch up. Hold on. Okay, let's see. Mary, hey Mary, how's it going? Wait, what happened with your ex-husband, Balskra? Thanks, Jason. I'm glad. It's hard for me to explain things sometimes. It's hard to put things into words sometimes. Wait, I don't get what you mean, Belskra. I was looking at Medium, call my message. I live and read my husband's husband for me. I don't know what you're saying, honey. Aw, thank you, Jamie. I kind of get angry when I see people that have the gifts that I have and they don't treasure it. They take it for granted. I can't stand that. Honey, hush. Aw, thank you, Oscar. Pat, yeah, see? Yeah, that's how I wish I looked, but take it or leave it. This is what you get. Aw, thanks, Cindy. Yeah, ASB, I don't know. I don't know. And I asked the spirit years ago. I said, like, how do you know? Because this spirit reached out to me. And I was like, how do you know that I can understand you? Right? And he said, kind of like what I say. He's like, I don't know, I just knew. So, yeah. Mary. Oh, yeah, Jamie. Kobe Bryant, yeah. Yeah, that would be a good one. Actually, I have Kobe Bryant and his daughter on my list already. Aw. Aw, thanks, Mary. Oh my gosh, Dawn, really? I don't know why a medium would say your brother was crying. Aw, Belstra. Aw, I'm glad you got that. I'll tell you a little story. Carrie, I agree 100%. It should be taken away. Hi, Ryan. Hey. So I had, through the years, I've had some strange connections with spirits. I was actually, somebody's getting Domino's pizza. That sounds so good. Looking out the window out there, they just pulled up my neighborhood. Gosh, I haven't had pizza in forever. That sounds so good. Bad. Can't have it. So anyway, don't know, it was like late at night and I was reading, I think I was reading, and I had a spirit trying to communicate with me, trying to speak to me, and I was like, okay, what's up, So anyway, he said that he needed to get a message to his wife. And I was like, okay, so, I'm communicating with him, connecting, and getting all the information, and then he wanted me to physically call his wife. And I was like, well, excuse me, I can't call your wife. It's like 11 o'clock at night. He was older, so his wife was older. I was like, I can't call your wife, And he was like, no. I'm on the East Coast, okay? He was like, no. She lives in Vegas. It's 3 hours behind. He was like, she's sitting on the sofa watching, no, she's sitting on the sofa reading a book. That's what it was. And I had been reading. So I was like, okay. And whenever a spirit reaches out to me, I always get that, oh my gosh, this person is not going to believe me. They're going to think I'm nuts, this happens a lot to me in public, So I called her and I gave her a specific message, and she at first was like, oh, come on, But then when I said, well, just hear me out. Just appease me. Let me just get this out. And so I don't know what part of it that she realized. She started crying. It broke my heart. But, she went on to say, like, how grateful she was that she had that communication with him. Because I guess, things weren't great with them at the very end or something. I can't remember the specifics. But yeah, so she said, I'm so grateful. And so I think that was probably the case, that particular incident, to where now, if I'm out in public, I would never not give the information to the person if spirit came to me. I would never not do that, because, who the heck am I? The spirit, excuse me, has, connected with me and given me something really intimate and something really important to them. So who am I to say, oh no, I'm not going to embarrass myself and go tell the person, No, I have no problem going up and telling the person, because I feel like, that's disrespecting someone that's lived and died if I don't, you know what I mean? Like, that's almost like, someone's last wishes. You know what I mean? That's like saying, oh, I don't care what your last wishes are. I'm going to do it this way because I have to say so. You know what I mean? Like, when families do that, I hate that. It's like, if that's the person's last dying wish, give them the last dying wish. They deserve that. So who am I not to go and pass this message on? So I think that was the incident that to this day sticks with me, to where I would never, ever take this for granted and not pass the message on, and not give that spirit 100% of my time, effort, and energy that they deserve. You know what I mean? Yeah, sorry, just me babbling again. Sorry, guys. All right, let me get caught up again. Ooh, where am I at? Okay, let's see here. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to oh my gosh, I need some tea. Oh yeah, Ryan, 599. Yeah, that's funny. Do you think more people will be able to connect without really working at it? Like if we moved to 45D? Yeah, I think they will. I'm not, excuse me, I'm not of the school. There are a lot of psychic mediums that believe that you can train yourself to be a psychic medium. I'm not under that school of thought. I'm sorry if that offends anybody. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. I could be the wrong one. But I feel like we, as kids, we all have it, right? Excuse me. But I also feel like if you nurture it, it gets stronger. So if you go for 50 years of your life and you don't use it, I'm not of the school that you can train yourself to have it. You know what I mean? Sorry. Just cut out again. Gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh, Carrie. Carrie, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. I heard this story of this woman who paid a psychic medium. I could have the numbers wrong, but it was like over 10 grand. And this, quote, psychic medium was making her do all these different things, like in her bathtub, and, oh, you have to place these things at the 12 and the 6, and then you have to do this, and you have to walk around backwards 4 times, and jump up and down, and, do this thing. Wait, I can't even do it anymore. I can't do it anymore. Oh my God. Don't fall for that kind of crap. That frustrates the crap out of me. So,
You remember when I got mad at your friend?
Yeah, I remember that.
Treated you
Yeah.
school?
Mm-hmm.
And the Lord, or somebody took the...
Yeah, I got it, honey.
Yeah, tell that story.
Okay, guys, so my hubby just came in and reminded me of something. Remember how he just said, like, if you abuse your gift, you should lose it, right? Or if you take it for granted, you should lose it. I 100% agree. So, growing up, I was bullied. Imagine that. I was 5'10" in the 4th grade. I was this tall, gargantuan thing, size 11 shoe, and I could talk to dead people, so go figure. I was bullied, right? Anyway, so one of the worst people that bullied me was this guy named Luigi. And he made my life a living hell in middle school and high school. So anyway, fast forward, years and years go by. And I was friends with one of his friends. We had a friend in common on Facebook years ago. And somehow I was able to see Luigi's Facebook, and he was like talking like he was suicidal. And I was just like, oh my gosh. So I sent him a message in Messenger, and I was like, I don't know if you remember me, but oh my gosh, don't kill yourself. Like, I was trying to talk to him, and he was like, can I call you? And I was like, sure. So he called, we talked. I got in my car, physically drove to him, and basically babysat him that night because I was afraid he was going to kill himself. After he got through all that, my husband and I helped him. He was down and out. He had lost his job. He was struggling. So my husband and I helped him financially, and I was there for him as a friend. And he begged for my forgiveness and said he was so sorry for how he treated me and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, it's water under the bridge. I mean, because he is a totally different human being today than he was back then. When we're kids, we're stupid, And I never in a million years thought I would ever be able to forgive him, right? But it just came natural, and I felt like from human to human, I had to stay there with him and make sure he didn't kill himself. My hubby and I helped him financially, but we helped him in other ways. Like I helped him do his resume, and he ended up finding a good job. And anyway, so he had a problem with drinking after he got laid off. So he contacted me again, and he was suicidal. And so I got in my car, and in fact, my one son even went with me, and we drove out there and sat with him. Sat with him that night. He sobered up and everything, but my husband was furious. He was like, this guy doesn't deserve your time. After how bad he made you feel all those years, my husband was really upset. This guy's a loser. Okay, sorry, my connection just cut out again. Um, anyway, my husband was like, "This guy's a loser. He doesn't deserve, your time." And so I actually, it's like all of a sudden my brain was clear and I couldn't communicate with spirit anymore. True story. Um, and I think it was because my husband and I were arguing because I was trying to say to him, regardless of how Luigi did me, as a human being, I can't turn and look the other way and pretend like him being suicidal is okay, like it wasn't okay. You know what I mean? And I would like to hope that somebody would have done the same thing for me. Anyway, I lost my gifts. I did. True story. I don't know. It lasted a couple days or something, but as soon as my husband calmed down and he kind of started understanding where I was coming from as a human being, you know, I told him, I said, it has zero to do with what he was when he was a child. It has to do with where he is in his life as an adult. And I couldn't live with myself. Honest God, I couldn't have lived with myself had he have killed himself. If I would have just clicked out of Facebook and chose not to see that, pretending like I didn't see it, and he killed himself, I couldn't have lived with that. So, true story. I lost my gift for a few days because my husband and I were bickering back and forth about it. And of course, we worked it out. I mean, we've been together for years, and being married is constantly a learning thing. I'm still learning about him. He's still learning about me. He still hasn't figured out yet that I'm the woman and I'm always right and he's always wrong. But I'm hoping at some point he'll get it.
Listen, I want to. My feeling was that I couldn't forgive the guy, and my Lord,
I know.
Lord said, "Okay, until you can forgive this guy,
right?
The gift is going away."
Right.
And it was gone for 3 weeks.
It was that long?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so I don't know if y'all heard, but my hubby was like, it was him trying to forgive Luigi. And he said I didn't have my gifts for 3 weeks. I didn't think it was that long. But, yeah. Oh, hold on, you guys. I'm trying to catch up. Thanks, Jason. Oh, no, Mary. Oh, wow. An animal empath. That's so hard because, that's so hard. Yeah, I feel you, Ryan. That's kind of how I am, too. I was saying last week, like, we used to go to this church, and it was huge, and there were tons of people there, and I would have such a hard time because I would walk in and I would get, bombarded with 1,000 people's pain and pressure, and it was horrible. I had to learn how to, I had to learn how to, like, get past that. I had to, like, learn how to, like, put a guard up. I don't know how to explain it. You're still backwards, Gary. You and me both, girl. The psychic at Arundel Mills Mall. That's funny. That's funny. Leah, you don't have a curse on you. See, this just goes back to psychics that they're just out trying to make money. That's all there is to it. Ace B, yeah, that kind of sounds like you are. Julia, I will tell you this. Okay, I'm not a big one that's into like astrology or numerology or anything like that. Um, I think it's probably a good tool for specific people. Um, I will say though, depending upon your astrological sign, it does seem like a lot of the time, that the definition of whatever your astrological sign is does seem like people are like that. You know what I mean? It seems to be pretty spot on. So I'm sure there's something to that. I just am not. I'm not a big one into that, just because I never took the time, to learn all that. Wow, Lori, that's crazy. That's crazy. I just lost a friend. I just found out a good friend of mine died the other day. It's sad, but there went my connection again. What the heck? What the heck? Yeah, I had a friend pass, and yeah, I'm just glad she's out of pain now, and she had a lot on her shoulders when she was here, and I'm sure she's so much better off now. Leah, I've been seeing very quick little flashes of light in my house, especially bedroom, a little smaller than a lightning bug. Huh. Hmm. You're another one. I don't know what it is lately, but I've been seeing a lot of children, little girl spirits connected with people lately. I don't know what the deal is with that. I've been seeing it a lot lately. But yeah, Leah, I do think you have a little girl connected to you. And y'all, let me say this. So, a lot of times when I'm able to see spirits of, spirits of like little girls connected to people and such. Like if you leave me a comment, if I see something, I'll say, "Oh, I see something around." You'll see that sometimes in my comments. I don't know how to explain it other than I literally see something around you or someone around you. In fact, this girl, um, I saw. So this lady, she has a daughter, and I don't know the daughter personally, but I've seen pictures of her, and I kept seeing this little girl spirit around her. And I said, "Look, I don't care about your background, but did you have a miscarriage or an abortion? Because I see a little girl that looks just like your child you have now around you." And she had had an abortion. And so I said, I just want you to know that, her spirit's around you. I can see it. So anyway, Leah, this has nothing to do with Leah, y'all. But a lot of times I'll see spirit of, could be the product of a miscarriage or an abortion. Um, and Leah, for you, I do see a little girl around you. And I'm really inclined to say that this little girl is attached to you, so she's connected to you personally. It's not like it's a child that's connected to the house that you live in or the land that you live on. This child is actually connected to you. Um, and I think, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. But I don't want to get personal, on here. But I do think she's directly connected to you. And I just thought I would let you know since I saw her. And you're talking about this light in your house. So, Jamie, that's so true. What's going on in the world these days? It seems we're fighting a spiritual war, like good versus evil. That's so true. It's so bad these days. Like, there's just a lot going on, y'all. Just a lot going on. Okay, wait, am I missing it? I think I am. Hold on. Carmen, I came here late. Will I be able to see all this? Yeah, it'll be like a little thing that says live chat. After this is over and you go back into it and hit live chat, and it should come up and let you watch it all the way through. So yeah. Okay, Vanessa again. I haven't gotten a lot about her. I spoke about this earlier, but I'll definitely try to connect with her. Yeah, I'll try to do that. There you go, Ryan. Wow, that's good to hear. It's hard, like, dealing with your spirituality is a hard thing, especially dependent on the different trials and tribulations we go through in our life. Yeah. Oh, Carrie. Oh my goodness. Thanks, Randy. Thank you, thank you. I try. That's why I say this all the time, y'all. How you are in life is how you are in death. So if you're on a crash course right now, if you're on a bad path, if you're making horrible decisions in life, just know that carries over into death, So let me just say to the people out there that are in a bad spot right now, you got to do whatever you can to get out of it, because it carries over. And we are not promised tomorrow, y'all. We're not promised tomorrow. And just do everything in your power to lead a good life, and to be a good person, and because it does carry over. Believe you me, it carries over. Oh, Belser, I have my crystals, but I haven't been charged in a while. I'm not real good with crystals. I'm trying to learn. Yeah, I'm trying to learn. But I do think they're like, crystals are a really good thing. They come into play. They're a good thing for protection. Like I have candles burning over here right now. Whatever. I'll have my incense or my palo burning or whatever, for extra protection, because I deal a lot unfortunately, with negative spirits, and I need as much protection as I can get. Oh, thanks, Jason. So we're painting our whole house. I don't know what I was thinking, right? So this wall is normally, it's like a feature wall. So it's painted like this cool color gray, and the rest of the rooms in here are like this really bright, vibrant white, because I film in here, so. But I love this backdrop, and so my hubby set it back up for me. I love this backdrop. I think it's so pretty, but I'm sure I'll get sick of it at some point, because I'm one of those type of people that if I had an unlimited salary and unlimited income where I could repaint every room whenever I felt like it, I could go get new furniture, I would, because I like redoing stuff. I get tired of stuff quick. Thank goodness I got tired of hubby though, right? Just kidding, hubby. Just kidding. Okay. I know my internet keeps going out. We have like the fastest internet you can have. Like where we physically live, it's the fastest internet you can have. And ever since COVID hit and everybody's home all the time, I have, in 23 years of living in this house, I've had more problems with my internet, March, April, May, and now June, than we've had in 23 years of living here. I mean, it's insane how many issues it's crazy because I guess everybody's bogging the system down because everybody's working from home and the kids are doing school from home, and yeah. Very true, very, very true. Aw, Jason, the love button. We need a love button, don't we? Aw, Darlene, that is so cool. That's awesome. Wow. That says a lot, especially today's day and age with COVID and everything. Wow, what a good guy. Your boss is a good person. Good guy, good girl. We go, boss. Two little boys in your house, huh? Well, I don't see them around you. So they're not like around you right now. Hmm. HB, yeah, you're definitely not crazy. Because if you're crazy, we're all crazy. Oh my goodness. Okay, where am I at? Oh wait, hold on, you guys. I think I just. Oh my goodness, I'm losing it. Do not paint the light switch. That's funny. Let me tell you a little story. So here in my office, we have like an accordion. It's like a 2-panel accordion closet door, right? I hate these doors. Okay, I've always hated them. When we had this place built, I hated them. Anyway, so I decided, okay, I'm gonna paint the doors. So I had the doors bent, so they were open like like this, so you could see like where the inside needed to be painted, right? So I painted it because I was like, oh, that looks horrible. And if the door's ever open and bent, you're gonna see that little strip with old paint, right? So I'm like, yeah, let me paint this sucker. I painted it, and then I pushed it together and pushed the door back and wasn't thinking anything of it. So hubby comes along, and he's like, I said, I think we have a problem. He's like, what's wrong? I'm like, the door won't open. He's like, what do you mean the door won't open? I'm like, closet door won't open. He's like, well, I want the closet door open. So I'm trying to explain it to him, and he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, well, the doors were like this, and so you could see the, I'm trying to explain it. Y'all, it was a nightmare trying to get that stupid door open because I painted the stupid little crack, and it was like painted shut. Oh my word, you'd think I'd never painted before. Unfortunately, I hate painting. Can't stand painting. Julia, I don't know the answer to that, girl. I wish I did. I wish I did. Bad things always happen to good people, But eventually, but I will say this. Perfect example is Jeffrey Epstein. And I probably shouldn't even say his name because it will start trying to bug me again. But he's going to live the rest of his time in the hellhole that he's in. You know what I mean? It does catch up to you. I will tell you that. I've seen it. It does. It does. Yeah. Oh, yeah, your cat passed away. I have a cat, a black cat named Ella Maybe, and I have a brown puppy dog named D Minor. I don't know what I would do if anything happened to them because they are my children at this point. So, yeah, Susan Morphew, I think she's gone, and I think her husband had something to do with it. And I hope I'm wrong. Oh, God, I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. Oh, Leah. Julia, oh, do you mean, like, how you are when you're alive carries over in death? So, if you're a mean, horrible, wretched person, then you're going to be a mean, horrible, wretched person, but you're going to be alone when you die. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if anybody's in a bad place, you need to snap out of it because you don't want to go like where Jeffrey Epstein is. Yeah, that guy. Whew. Oh yeah, Mimi K. Crystals are holders of your positive energy. I'm trying to get better with my crystals, and I actually just got a book the other day on my Kindle or whatever that I need to read about crystals. Yeah, Ryan, I like having sage around. I think it's kind of comforting. And they sell the sage candles now, which supposedly are like really potent. Yeah. Okay, Carmen. Yeah. So basically, now this is just my opinion from what I've seen. I don't want anybody coming at me in the comment section saying I'm wrong. So if you're in a bad place when you're on this earth and you're mean to people and you treat people like crap and you're out for yourself and you don't have any care or concern for anyone else, when you die, that's how you're going to stay for the rest of eternity. You're just going to be miserable, alone. I always thought, when I was younger, when you die, the heaven and hell, right? I mean, we're all taught that. I guess when you're little, you're taught, oh, you better be a good girl because God's watching, all that kind of stuff. And I've never been to hell, thank God. I've never been to heaven, other than I've seen heaven, which I had like an out-of-body experience. I died during a surgery I had. Long story. Anyway, like people like Jeffrey Epstein, for example, that molested children and harmed children, and he was only out for himself. He didn't give a crap about anybody else. He thought his rich friends were going to protect him his whole life, and that he was going to get away with everything like he always had. Guess what? He's now in a horrible place, and when I've communicated with him, he's all about, look at me, poor me, look where I am, I'm stuck here, and I don't deserve this, and rah, rah, rah. Yeah, did you think about that while you were molesting children, and while you were harming children, and while you were all about money and yourself, and while you were stealing money from people, and did you think about all that then? So, I mean, it carries over. If you're a good person when you're on this earth, and you have love in your heart, and you do everything in your power to be a good person, then that's what carries over when you cross over, when you pass on, Is it called heaven and hell? I don't know. I don't know that there's actually a title. You know what I mean? I can tell you I've seen heaven, and it's amazing. Yeah. But you know what I mean? Like, you don't say, oh, yo, I hope when I die I go to heaven. I want to go to visit that place called heaven. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's called, like, heaven or hell. I think it's this amazing, incredible place, and then this horrible shithole of a place. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I said shit. Sorry. I just said it again. Sorry. I try really hard not to cuss, but every now and then it slips out. Sorry. 103, Tamika. I'm sure that means something. I just don't see what it means, but it does. I mean, that happens to me. I see 1219. It never fails. When I look at the time, it's always 1219. It's so bizarre. Every day, 1219. It's so weird. Hey, Don. Yeah, I'm sure I could do that at some point. Juliet, now I don't know how to explain it. Like, if I see a spirit around you, it's not like I'm physically here, right? It's not like I can see like you physically there and then I see the spirit. It's just I see the spirit around you, if that makes any sense. Yeah. I hope that makes sense. Aw, thanks, Mimi. I'm good, Mandy. How are you? Oh my gosh, Epstein is a piece of. I always hate talking about him or thinking about him because I'm afraid he's going to try to pop back through again. He tries periodically, he tries to kind of like invade my space. And he keeps trying to come back through so that he can whine and piss and moan about where he is and how he was treated badly and he shouldn't be there and he's a good person and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he is in his own person. He's great. Exactly right. I think Earth is hell sometimes too, Mary. I believe that. I mean, because like someone said before, you see these really good people and bad things always happen to them, you know. I would never say that that's me, but I've been through my share. I think we all been through our share, you know, times where it's like, you know, you just like you're butting your head up against a wall over and over again. Like, why am I back in this position again? Why are these negative things happening to me? But you know what? I've learned through the years. It's been a lot of years since I felt that way or said that. And I think because for me personally, I don't know about everybody else, but for me personally, 99.9% of my mood and how I feel is based upon how I look at things. So because of what I do, right, I deal with death all the time. It would be so simple for me to just be majorly depressed all the time. So through the years, I've kind of had to have gotten to the point, you know, I have an unexpected bill that popped up the other day to the tune of $1,400. And whereas, you know, years ago before, I would have been like, oh my God, you know, I don't do that now. I look at it more like, okay, I'm very grateful that I'm able to pay the $1,400, especially with the state of the nation right now and people losing their jobs and people struggling to pay their bills. So I kind of, instead of saying, oh, woe is me, now we got to pay this $1,400 bill, I'm kind of like, you know what, I'm very grateful and happy that I have the $1,400 to pay that bill. You know what I mean? So I kind of always in life try to like turn things into a positive somehow, you know. I wish I were in a position financially to where I could save more money than what I'm saving, but I'm not. And if I sat around and pissed and moaned about it, I would be sad and pissed off all the time, right? But I've learned how through the years just kind of turn lemons into lemonade, I guess. You know, I'm not trying to be cliche or, you know, because come on, we all have bad days. Trust me, I have bad days where I'm moping and I'm pissed and, you know, but overall, for the most part, I try to be positive, you know. Yeah. Do I charge for readings? I do. I used to say, okay, it costs this much money, right? But now what I do is I generally charge $150 for a reading, for a complete reading. But I say, if you can afford it, pay it. If you can't, you can donate, whatever. To the people out there that have paid the $150 for the readings, I'm so grateful to you. And as a result, I then have went on and done free readings for people. Which I'm here to tell you, you'd be hard-pressed to find a psychic out there that would do a reading for you for free. They don't really exist. So, you know, I can generally tell when someone says they need a reading. I can tell if you need you know what I mean? Like, I can feel the hurt and the pain, or, you know, if you need answers, I can feel that kind of. So I'm like, okay, so who am I? I said this before. You know, if you're in need of a reading, who am I to shoot you down and say, no, if you can't afford it, I'm not doing a reading for you. You know what I mean? If I genuinely feel that you need that reading, then I'm going to do it. You know, that's how I try to be, you know, and I'm sure there are times that, I'm sure there have been times where I've needed the money, you know, but I don't want to put that on anybody else, you know what I mean? Okay, Lori, Fluffy Nomo, let me tell you, definitely 100% for a fact know this to be true. And I will tell you how I know. I think I talked about this last week on the live, and I'm sorry if I did, but long story short, my mother moved in with us. I think she knew she was dying. Unfortunately, I didn't know she was dying, but anyway, so she moved in with us, and she loved watching the cooking channel. She couldn't sleep at night. She'd be watching the cooking channel 24/7, right? The kids would get so frustrated with her because they were little at the time, and they're just like, "No, can't we watch something besides the cooking channel?" And she was like, "No, go down to the basement if you want to watch something. I've got this TV," right? Okay, so when she passed on, the basement TV, the main floor TV, they would come on 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, come on blaring on the cooking channel. And the funniest thing was, after my mother passed, nobody in this house watched the cooking channel. So for the TV to go from whatever channel the kids had it on to all of a sudden it turned on in the middle of the night of the cooking channel, it was like mind blown. So yes, I know for fact that spirits can manipulate. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen it. I've done readings for people, where spirits have said, "Oh, can you ask them if they noticed this happening or that happening?" So I definitely, yeah, 100% it happens. They definitely have the ability to do that. Trust me, I know this for sure. Oh my God. You guys, look, I made it through another week and I did not drink a one sip of Canada Dry Diet Ginger Ale. Woo. I've been off of Canada Dry Diet Ginger Ale for a long time now. I used to drink easily a 2-liter bottle a day. I was so addicted to it. Now I drink water and unsweet tea. Yep. Alright, y'all, let me get caught up real quick. Tina, I believe that. You look for the good, more good will come. I believe that. Oh, hey, Ryan. That's you. Okay, that makes sense. Aw, thanks, Ryan. Yeah, I haven't forgot about you. Hey, Jazzy. Oh, good. Welcome. Aw, Lori. Yeah, see? Yep. Aw, go, Granny, go. That's so sweet. Aw. Wow. I'll tell you another story really quickly. So, my father, um, he was diagnosed with lung cancer and dead 11 days later. So I flew out to be with him, when they figured out that he had cancer. Um, and I was able to spend 11 days with him. And we were very fortunate that we were able to talk about the old times and reminisce. And I was able to say things I needed to say. And a lot of people don't get that, So I was very grateful for that time. He kept, reaching up, like hugging the air. Yeah, like hugging the air, like, going like this. And the hospice nurse was like, "Oh, he's hallucinating. Bless his heart, he's hallucinating." And I looked at my mom and I was like, "He is not hallucinating. He sees where he's going. He knows where he's going. So, yeah. Don't let anybody tell you, "Oh, they're hallucinating." It is not hallucinating. The other thing, when my mom was dying, my husband and I got off the elevator and we went to walk around the corner and my father was sitting right there, like right at the edge of the nurse station. I saw him crystal clear, and I think that was when I knew for sure, because the doctors were sitting there telling me my mom was going to be fine, and I didn't feel that. And so at that point, I think this was during the time that the doctors were saying, "Oh, your mom's going to be discharged tomorrow. She's fine. She's going home. All is well." And I was like, "Yeah, well, I don't feel that." And so when I came around the corner and saw my dad, I was like, "Oh, I know this, that she's going for sure." And of course, unfortunately, she did go. But, you know, don't let people tell you because, trust me, when you're dying like that, you see where you're going. I have no doubt. And yeah. Yeah, go Granny. I feel you. Who's that pouring through my neighborhood? Flying down through here. Little sewing machine engine. Thinking they're all little badasses driving their little cars. Ah. Aw, thanks, Belsa. Thank you, Samika. T. Talixon. I know for a fact it was Joe. So, I've had these dreams enough years, you know what I mean, to where I know when they're real. Um, the only dreams that are vivid that I remember are the real dreams. The nightmares, I've had nightmares the past 3 nights, I don't remember anything. I just know it's building to something, but with Joe, I saw him, we made eye contact, and then I started researching. I thought maybe it was somebody that was like in rehab, so I'm searching for stars in rehab, for singers in rehab, for singers that have passed, for, just trying to figure out who this person was and why they needed my help. Like, what do they need, And I kept looking and looking. As soon as I saw his picture, I knew it was him. I knew for a fact it was him. I don't know how to explain it. I felt it. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah. Oh, Mimi, your sister does that. That's cool. That's cool. Oh, go, Granny, go. Let me tell you. Canada Dry, there's nothing like Canada Dry Diet Ginger Ale. Right now, I can taste it. I crave it to this day. Like, my husband's always like, oh, just have, because I have 2 2-liter bottles sitting in my kitchen. And my husband's always like, oh, just have a drink, But look, I'm the type of person that I can't just have a drink of Diet Ginger Ale, okay? One drink will turn into 3 weeks later, I'm addicted again, you know what I mean? So, I can't go there. Aw, thanks, Mandy. Yeah, so Victoria Paxton, here. I'll type it in here, my email. Okay. Well, let's see. I know I'm going to get behind. Aw, thanks, Pat. Yeah, I'm having fun. Is everybody having fun? Aw, go Granny, go. Her late father. Aw. Aw, Leah, mine too. I love doing this. Aw. Leah. That's not good. Exactly, Tamika. You know what, girl? Let me tell you. This is the way it should be. You know what I mean? I mean, we should be able to come in here and be supportive of one another. Let me tell you, I said this last week. I don't care. I'm going to repeat it. Especially us women in this world today. It's hard enough. Women can be like the meanest people ever, right? But we're so capable of being the most loving, gentle, kind people ever. And if more women would stand up for one another and if we could all just have each other's back, you know what I mean? Wouldn't this world be a better place, people? I mean, come on, right? Women need to be building each other up. We have enough crap in this world to deal with right now, especially, between people being killed because of the color of their skin, between people fighting over politics, this coronavirus, people losing their jobs, come on, we have enough crap in this world to deal with. We don't need to be tearing each other down on top of it. Ooh, grape ginger ale. That sounds good, Julia. That sounds really good. Okay, right now I don't feel anything as far as Joe goes because I'm not connecting with him because when I do my lives, I just kind of want to be relaxed, and not feel like that. If you were to come through right now, I would tell you for sure. I don't know. I'm here to tell you I want to try to connect with him again to see if I could get more information from him. And I will try to do that. Because I really would like his family to have some closure and to know what happened to him. We all deserve that, right? We, as families, we deserve that. We deserve to know what happened to our loved ones. Especially in a horrible situation like this. When people go missing, that's the worst. Wow. Mimi K. I still have something like this going on. Wow. So here's the problem. I was put into a position once upon a time to where the family wanted me to come in, and I had found their son. He had been killed, and I connected with him. I found out where he was buried. So the family wanted to sit down and talk to me and ask me questions, right? Yeah. Anyway, so I, was answering the questions. I found out after the fact that the FBI, they were there to arrest me because they thought I was somehow involved. Fortunately, I was able to say enough things to the parents that the parents knew that I had connected with their son. The parents knew that I was legit. Otherwise, I would have been arrested. So you're in like a tough spot when it comes to something like that because unfortunately, a lot of law enforcement just automatically assume if you know anything about it, then you're involved, and you have to be, 150 million% for sure. You know what I mean? It's scary when it's concerning law enforcement. I would, if you know for a fact, I would get in touch with someone, kind of feel them out. I mean, I don't know how else to tell you to do it because you're in a really bad spot. Yeah. I mean, if you're seeing for sure something, yeah, maybe you could email me, victoriapaxton.psychic@gmail.com, because I just feel like I'm afraid you're going to put yourself in a bad position. The last thing you want is to try to tell what you're seeing and then end up arrested when you didn't have anything to do with it. You know what I mean? It's a scary position to be in. Trust me, I've been there. I've been there. I get it. It's scary. Oh my gosh. Excuse me. Okay. Do I think you'll find Joe?
Hey, that one girl needs to find somebody like Alex.
Yeah. I feel bad, but I don't think he's gonna be found. I don't necessarily think he's going to physically be found. And I don't like saying that, but that's what I see. Mimi K, my husband said, you need to find someone like Alex. So Alex is this guy that was a detective that I befriended, and he kind of acts as my intermediary, so if he'll call me and say, hey, this police force needs your help on a specific case, or if I am connecting with spirit and I'm seeing something, then I contact him, and then he'll get in touch with whoever needs to be contacted. He's kind of like my, I don't know, he's like on my behalf, he goes to different law enforcement agencies, if that makes sense. So, of course, T. Talixon, that's one thing, I'm not going to ever bullshit anybody. When it comes to my gifts, I take them seriously. What I get is what I get. I'm not going to give you a reading and tell you what you want to hear. That's not me. If you want a reading to where you're getting what you want to hear, then you need to go find some psychic out there that will tell you what you want to hear, because that's not me. Sorry. It may hurt your feelings, you may not like what I say, but I'm going to give you what I get. That's just kind of how it is. Brian. Oh my god, what the hell? Sorry. That was weird. Okay. That was very bizarre. Okay, let me try that again. Ryan. Raul. I'm not sure why his name is Raul, but it is Raul. He's one of your guides, by the way. And it was so bizarre because I was trying to tell you that, and something just happened. Something, I don't know, it took my breath, and that was bizarre. Okay, Leah. So I don't feel like energy I don't feel like it has to be able to travel through devices. I feel like, from what I've seen, some spirits are stronger than others, but they're able to be where they need to be when they need to be there. I've never been one of these people. I know a lot of ghost hunters, a lot of paranormal groups think that, water is a big conduit, and I'll leave all that to the experts, because I am in no means an expert when it comes to the paranormal end of things, other than I know how to communicate with spirits the way I communicate with them. And so I don't know. That's a good question, though. I don't know. That's a good question. Sure, Ryan. I will definitely, T. Talixon, I will definitely, think positive and send positive energy. Unfortunately, yeah. But I'm praying that, that the people that were responsible will come forward. I'm praying that happens. I'm hoping that they get to a point to where they can't not talk about it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. All right, you guys. I think I am going to get off of here and go spend some time with my hubby. I had a blast, though. Again, I had so much fun, you guys. I had so much fun. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all so much. I really do. I had started a YouTube channel, I don't know, years ago. And I had gotten so much negativity and flack from it that I was just like, I'm done. This time around I said, you know what? I'm not going to let the negativity get to me. I'm just going to do it. And it's been amazing. And I've been so grateful to have you wonderful people come into my life. And I consider you my friends, and I love your comments and I love hanging out in live chats. This is like awesome. Yeah. Yeah. I had a blast too, guys. Love you too, Tamika. Say hey to your family for me, girlfriend. Yep, have a wonderful weekend. I love you too, Dawn. Bye, Tina. Bye, Julia. Bye, Carrie. Bye, everybody. Bye, Leah. Oh, thank you. I definitely will. You guys have an amazing weekend. Bye, guys.